This is the drive home with
Zac
and TT for the Mill drive home, driving home from the Den where it finished. Millwall 1,
Blackburn 2.
Blackburn Rovers 2, correct. What happened again, hasn't it? We can't seem to beat Blackburn. We can't win at home. We can't beat Blackburn, regardless of whether we take a lead or not. We were second best in an attacking sense throughout the 90 minutes. I don't think we were that bad defensively overall. You know, we've conceded one goal that's gone through our goalkeeper, and another goal where the player's injured on the pitch and they attack down the side that he's normally at. Normally the ref stops it, normally the players kick it out, but they decided not to, as is their prerogative, and they make it 2-1. To be fair, they've had a few decent chances either side of the second goal. We've created very, very little. Yeah, obviously we're driving through the Blackwall tunnel. If you don't mind, put a like on the video, put your thoughts in below. We had 2 changes from the game at Preston. We weren't at Preston, got home too late from a Friday night. We couldn't get up to Preston. We will be at Watford. Bart in goal. We went a back 4 with Norton Cuffy right back, Joe Bryan left back, Harding and Jake Cooper the centre backs. The 2 central midfielders were Casper Denor and the return of Billy Mitchell. 3 in front of them. On the left you had Adamoa Maku. Central attacking midfield was Ian Fleming. Right attacking midfield, or right wing, was Longman. And then up front we had Tom Bradshaw, who for me looks half a yard off the pace that he normally is. You know, don't get me wrong, he works really, he runs a lot, but his touch and his pace seems to be a little bit off. I don't know whether he's carrying a little niggling injury, but the problem is we've got no Nisbet. Maybe potentially, you know, for me, I don't know why we're not starting Amaku up front through the middle, because he's the, you know, he's the pace, he's got the directness, he's got the touch. Although saying that, he didn't have a very good game today, other than right near the end where he, you know, he decided to try and close the ball down and win the ball back. We do take the lead very early on in the game. I think it was like 2 or 3 minutes in. It
was 3 minutes in, yeah.
3 minutes in. The set piece, ball in from the right. Cooper wins his header.
It literally, Cooper gets up really high. It hits the top of his head and just bounces up and loops. And Hardin's there, and it's a very poor header. Yeah, the only thing you'd say is he's headed it down. Yeah, which is what you'd want. It's gone very softly. It's gone very, very softly towards the goalkeeper, and somehow it's gone through his legs and into the back of the net to put us 1-0 up. I don't really remember him making another save in the entire match. I'm trying to think.
I'm not sure if he does, and if he does, then it's not a great one. Regardless. From then, you hope that we would continue to try and play football, but like I said, as soon as we try and get the ball into an attacking third, we just seem to have absolutely no ideas. Whereas Blackburn in the first half always had players wide. You know, they had kind of a 5-man midfield. Smodic's running the show in the middle, but it was, you know, they always had that long ball on the right or the left, and it makes so much of a difference to have an outlet. And they've ended up scoring from that. It's down the right. Well, their right, our left, with Bryan and Amaku not being the strongest defensively. They cut in. There was a very, very tight offside call. The linesman's had an absolute shocker. There's 2. I don't think this one was actually offside. It was very close, but there's 2 before that are blatantly offside that he's not given. He's not had a great game himself, the linesman. And then they've cut. He's the player that was almost offside's cut it back. And to be fair, it was a very, very tame shot at Bart, and somehow it's squirmed under him. But more worrying is how slowly he turns around to try and to get the ball off the line. Does, and it squirms into the back of the net to make it 1-1. 2 defensive errors, and we're all level. So going at half time, no changes. I thought we might make a change. You know, it'd have been interesting to see what Adam Barrett does differently to Gary Rowett. It seemed very Gary Rowett-ish, didn't it? Yeah, it did. It felt like a really Rowett game. it will take a while for that to come out of the players, but you know, we played the same type of football. I didn't see anything different.
I just feel like when the new manager takes over Millwall, he needs to tell the players to forget what Rowett told them about going long, having to play back all the time. He needs to tell them to be free, play freely, and chase them down and close them down, because we were giving them way too much space in their own half. Yeah. And we didn't have any space in our own half, but because Blackburn were constantly on us. We just need to do that. We need to hit teams with our pace in Amaku and, well, when the SA comes on SA, because they have pace and energy. So we just need to hit teams with that. Yeah,
and we didn't. Saying that, like I said, the second goal comes from something that normally a ref stops. You know, Joe Bryan takes a free kick down on the left. He immediately goes down. We've still got the ball at that well, the ball goes into the box. It gets turned over, and normally, no, most teams will kick it out, or the ref will see that it's going to lead to an attack. Neither Blackburn kick it out or the ref stops it, and they attack down that side where Brian's now laying on the floor injured, who does have to be subbed off. To be fair, he's done well. He's cut in from the right onto his left foot and bent it into. It weren't actually into the corner of the goal from where I was sitting. It went into no.
I didn't actually see him take the shot, because I had a Blackburn sub standing right in front of me, so I just saw it come in.
Yeah, and for me, it's really frustrating, because I knew it was going to cost us the game. I could see the ref. You know, the ref doesn't even come over to him until nearly when Blackburn are going to restart from the kick-off. He's just completely ignored him, and normally that doesn't happen.
Well, you look at some of the moments inside the game where the ref straight away blows the whistle, goes over to the player. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
and even when there was a Blackburn player down with about 10 minutes to go, he doesn't allow play to be restarted. He allows the physio to come on. He stays by him whilst to make sure. It was a very, very, very poor refereeing performance, but you know, it was also a very, very poor Millwall performance. Blackburn didn't have to do much to beat us today. Bart, saying for all the thing I've said about Bart conceding the goal, he was at no fault for the second goal, and has made an absolutely fantastic
stop. He's made a couple fantastic saves.
A couple,
today.
But really one really good one in the second half where he's pushed it onto the bar.
And then Harding did well to just clear it.
Who's your man? Well, we've both said our man of the match, but who's your man of the match?
Easily Brooke Morton-Coffey. We haven't mentioned him today, but the energy, the pace, the skills, the dribbling, the defending, everything that he puts into that game shows why he has grown up in the Arsenal Academy and can do stuff like that.
Yeah, he was by far our best player. I thought Casper Denor had a pretty decent game, and obviously other than the goal,
I thought he had quite a good game in general. I think he picked up a little niggle though.
Yeah, he did.
Truman was warming up near me. Yeah. So
we'll have to watch that. Obviously now we've got Watford on Saturday, which is, you know, a very tough place to go. It'll be interesting again to see how we set out. I don't think we'll have a manager in time. James Berylson was at the game, so
hopefully he can do his magic.
Yeah, he's going to have to bring someone in. Who have you thought about who you want in? I know.
I just want a manager that can play proper football.
Yeah, I know. You don't want too much as a Millwall fan, and you know, we're never going to have the budget or the players to play like Barcelona. But you do want us to be able to, you know, have some kind of idea of how to attack in a final third, because we just, you know, for too many years we just don't seem to have it. We seem to have one set way of playing.
And that's it.
And then we rely on set pieces. Yeah. Again, we scored from a set piece today, but we're very, very reliant on a set piece, which was why it was so good to see the goal that we scored at Preston, which wasn't a set piece, a really good goal by Zac Fleming. But
it's just we need to hit them. We need to hit the opponents like they do us.
Yeah.
Because we try to play it around the back, and when we do, they close us down straight away.
Yeah, because our players can't play it at the back. To be fair, we tried to close them down. When we did, they played it around us. We don't really have the players to play it around the back, so you want to get the ball into midfield and try and play from there, but we just don't do that often enough, and there's no option. So even, you know, when Denor or Billy Mitchell's on the ball, they're looking to play forward, but there's not enough movement, there's not enough ideas to, that stinks. There's just not enough movement around them, so it makes it very difficult to them play. But we do need to, if we're going to press, you've got to press. There's so many times where you had one player pressing and then they just pass around him. It makes you either press as a team or you press or you drop. But you can't do in between. And too often we were caught doing one or the other. But yeah, we'll leave it there because I don't really.
We can talk.
We can talk. It's just too complaining too much. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. There's only one way we can end it. We'll see you again on Saturday. No one likes us.
We don't care.